So good evening, everyone. I'm Eric, and I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone else who helped out in this project. It definitely wasn't me. It's a whole group of students, so everyone at the Student Environmental Action Coalition, Alex, Matt, Pia, somewhere in the room, there you are, and then Andrea and Morgan, who couldn't be here tonight. So thank you for them for helping to make this happen. So what I'm going to talk about tonight is the UNH composting system and some of the changes that we made here, as well as some of the changes we made statewide. And also, I had the opportunity to work for the Post-Landfill Action Network this summer, so I learned a lot about food waste. But this is how I got involved in the Post-Landfill Action Network. So I was just one of many of hundreds of projects that have to do with waste and other environmental issues across the country. And what we were focused on, and when we started off, was a Student Environmental Action Coalition at a meeting. We were discussing different ways that we can implement solutions here at UNH. And one of our ideas was to focus on the composting. And if we expand our composting program here at UNH, we'll be able to compost in places like Union Court or any of our sports facilities and really be able to make a very significant waste impact. Now we have a composting program right here at UNH already. All three of our dining halls ship off a compost truck every single day. I waved to my friend Steve as he was driving out to the compost facility on my way here today. It happens all the time. But there's something interesting about the UNH composting system. We throw in meat and dairy, as you can imagine, because that's one of the aspects of food waste. Perfectly safe to throw in for an industrial-sized compost facility, but there's something tricky. And when the laws were being developed here in here in New Hampshire, the composting was very young, and we didn't necessarily know the process as much. And our laws here in New Hampshire are very much out of date. And so we looked into it, and we really couldn't push UNH to expand composting here at UNH, because of something very interesting. When we looked into it, we found out that because of the way the regulations were, and because we were using meat and dairy, what we were doing was already illegal. So if we were to yell at UNH to try and get them to do more composting, there's a chance that the whole thing could backfire and our entire composting system would just collapse. So what do you do in this situation? You change the law. Didn't mean to switch slides there. And so that's what we did. We had the great opportunity to work with the Office of Martha Fuller Clark, as well as a bunch of stakeholders, including Mr. Fox Composting, and look at what we could do to make this happen. And so essentially we met with the House and the Senate and had two different sets of presentations where we had stakeholders, students, faculty members, and composting experts talk about why this law needs to be changed and how it was limiting private business in the state. And so now we've kind of opened up the door for private composters like Mr. Fox, municipalities, and institutions like UNH to do more composting in the state of New Hampshire. So this was a student movement, and as I've learned with PLAN, the power of student movements is incredible. As students, we have some of the most powerful political influence. Why do you think all of the various organizations are trying to get us to vote here at UNH? It's super important for students to be involved in policy and understand issues in the world and what influence we can have in changing them. As students, we are the next generation of politicians, engineers, and scientists that will change the world. And we need to take advantage of our position and our power in policy. Thank you.